Thapelo Maseko of SuperSport has actually reportedly signed with Mamelodi Sundowns. They bought him for 20 million rands from SuperSport. But they've sweetened the deal. Apparently, Makaman now is not only going to be on loan, but now he's going to be part of the package. It's more like an exchange deal. At the same time, the negotiating Ukos Power Ikotoru from Ichipa United. He was on loan. He's a Sundowns player. So maybe that's part of the deal they're going to be negotiating between SuperSport and Sundowns. Hello, welcome back once again. This is your boy OL Town. Another exciting episode on the channel, the podcast. Going to be covering the Sundowns edition this time. Going to be just talking about what's happening on the streets. Obviously, transfer window is still open, so a lot of teams are still signing players. But before we start with the podcast, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click on that notification bell. Whenever we drop a video, you would be the first person to be notified. And at the same time, please, if you're watching this, I know 90% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed. Please do subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot because every time when I drop a video, it shows that you guys appreciate the content. So for me, what's happening now with the Sundowns, it's quite interesting, but I wouldn't want to criticize too much because it's good for our league, but it's very interesting because they've been in contact or they've been negotiating with SuperSport for a couple of years now. Seems like that's the only place they can go and actually get good deals for these kind of players. But before we go there, obviously, I want to start somewhere before we dive into the Sundowns matters. Special mention to Kennedy Mweene. Officially, he actually has retired. Kennedy Mweene, I think now he's 40, close to 41, over 40 now. He's actually retired officially. Look, he's hanging up his boots at a good time. I'm saying this because he has won almost everything with his Sundowns. And it came from a time where I think, for the last time I remember, to base on my knowledge, he was actually playing for Free State Stars. And obviously, them recruiting him at the time, it shows that the quality that they saw in him, he has actually exceeded expectations, if you will, because it's not only a player, this guy, or goalkeeper rather, he's a leader, and we've heard good things about him from players. Even Orlando Mweene himself, in saying that when he actually came to his Sundowns, he was one of the key players who actually welcomed him well, who showed him around, treated him with respect. So what I love about this announcement is the fact that, as we know, Sundowns appreciates their legend. So we know that he's going to be part and parcel of the team somehow, in the sense that they may rope him in either as a goalkeeper coach. We've had rumors, apparently, because Orlando Mweene has been also vouching for him to be part of the technical team. Maybe he can be an ambassador, because it's a good thing when you have people like that who can help younger players and keeping the culture, the essence and teaching the young ones in terms of continuity. That will help. And Sundowns loves investing on that. So for them, I know definitely they wouldn't want to lose a player like him at the moment. So for him, look, he has won titles, has contributed to the game, served the Bear Youth with respect as well. I don't believe he looks like a family man. There were no scandals or anything like that. It's been a professional. So the game is losing once again a legend, but obviously that gives room for young players to look up to him, and I'm sure he's going to be sharing a lot of knowledge. So kudos to him. That's the announcement that I saw coming from the Sundowns camp at the moment that I also wanted to include. But now there's a twist. The twist is, it's interesting that him retiring, it's just at the time where Urulane just posted a picture later or earlier in the week where we saw him being part of the technical team, like I said. Urulane, look, with Steve Kompela leaving, obviously that seat is vacant, and we've heard rumors, him also speaking that probably Urulane wants his own technical team. Now, there was a guy that they actually announced last season. He's a set-piece coach, and apparently he has actually nominated his name to be an assistant coach because he wants his own technical team, like I said. So it's possible that either, I'm assuming that he's going to be roped in as a goalkeeper coach, first because Rulani is a fan, and obviously he knows the culture, the football style, and what Rulani would want. So I'm guessing maybe it is that time where they're transitioning him to be part of the technical team because he was part of the technical team in this preseason. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Only showing you that that team is going to grow stronger and wiser because Orlando is smart in one thing. He's surrounding himself with the best. And look, we yet to see in terms of his contributions, but may I believe that's a good addition if he's going to be part of the technical team. So there's the nice twist that we can actually expect from Sundowns at the moment, which, hey, I'm saying, guys, Sundowns is still going to rule us for some time. Another thing I wanted to talk about before I talk about it, please, like I said, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy the content. Don't forget to subscribe because I know most of you guys who watch don't subscribe. And please don't forget to click on that notification bell. Yes, so at the moment, as you know, it's preseason. We've seen Pirates going to, I think they're in Spain at the moment. Actually, I was watching the game. I just watched the first half. I think they're leading at the moment. They are in Spain at the moment. They've organized a couple of friendlies for themselves, playing with um, various oppositions. Sundowns as well is scheduled to go there on the 17th of July, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to Netherlands. They're not playing really big teams, but they found European competition. So we can say it's a good indication. I'm talking about this because that's the only thing we can talk about. Whether it's good for them or not, look, they have the money, and I'm guessing a change of environment because they're going to be playing in a lot of competition this season or coming season. They're playing in the Super League, the CAF Super League. They're playing in the Champions League. They're playing cups locally in the league. They want to retain their title. So I guess this serves as an indicator of where football is going. Teams are looking abroad for tactical ideas, philosophies to improve on what they've achieved so far. So it's a lesson, man, and they're growing the brand as well. I guess going internationally expands the brand in Europe, giving local players a chance to be seen by different markets. So, yeah, that's what's going on preseason. There've been criticisms from legends saying that maybe it's a waste of money. For me, for them, I don't think it's not. Them being comfortable in playing outside could be a good thing because who knows if they win the Champions League again, they could find themselves claiming the Club World Cup, and probably our local players. That's what they need. That exposure for them to experience playing against different opposition at a club level, because we've seen that they're not comfortable with different conditions. Whether it's the weather, whether it's traveling. So for them, it's good. But I'm just worried about how does that benefit them coming here, because they could be going to Africa like Peter was doing at the time, where they were traveling in Africa. They, playing against similar opposition that they would be playing and they're playing the Super League and the CAF Champions League. But look, all I'm saying is I know Rulani it's strategic, it's a tactician for me, and Uta Fleming as well. They know what they're doing, those guys. So if the top two teams are doing this thing at the moment, we can only expect good things when they come back. So yeah, that's what's happening. We've seen pictures on social media. I'm yet to see links that are going to be put. I don't know if those games are going to be televised or not. So yeah, hopefully we can see the new players that they've recruited. I can't wait. So I'd like to see what's going to happen in that moment. Um, Side note, today also was the World Cup qualifiers. Imzanti has been pinned. If those of you guys haven't really seen the qualifiers, we've been pinned against Nigeria. I'm watching my notes, by the way. Nigeria, Benin, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Lesotho. So, Hugh Bruce, don't disappoint. We're looking to you, my brother. We're looking to at least qualify for the 2026 World Cup. It's going to be in the USA and Canada. The last thing I want to leave you guys with is obviously what the whole video is about. Thapelo Maseko being signed for 20 million. Look, for me, he's young. I would hope that maybe he would have been given a season or two to play locally and actually go abroad. Because now with most players, when they reach Sundowns, it's like they've reached a ceiling. So obviously Sundowns being the brand that it is, they pay good. I'm yet to see if maybe because of his age. He's 21, he's still young, still has time to represent us in the national team. So I hope this doesn't become another story of him being complacent there because of the money. And he's a good player, he's a good talent, but he hasn't really gotten enough time to prove himself. Because Super Sport, there's not much pressure there. You're playing with the champions. You're playing against the best team, if not in the country, if not in Africa. So I just hope it's not premature at the moment. Looking at the fact that in the position that he's playing, they've 3 or 2 players playing the same position. Expectations are going to be high. It's going to be a headache for Abu Rulani and them to see how they're going to use him. Remember, at the same time, so far with the transfers, there's Lucas Ribiero. He was playing in Belgium in the second division. So as much as he's a Brazilian, he's also an attacker. We have Uchuna Mendita, with a lots of experience and expectations as well, because he's been playing good as well at Stellenbosch. And we have Lisi Banku, which I'm also still concerned about how they're going to use him, because I still have Abu Kutumela, they still have Neo Mayema, they still have Mkulisi, they still have Gaston Seri, they still have the young Cassius Mailula, they still have Thapelo Moreno who can play in that attacking fold, they still have Utemba Zwad, they still have Umbule. So there's a lot of names that you can drop right now that are still vying for that position. They still have Untano, I think Untano Ngosi, the young attacker as well. There's a lot of creative players that Sundowns have. I'm just concerned of the fact that they're not stirring the pot too much, because too much of a good thing can be deadly, and there could be a lot of egos, because those guys are not earning peanuts, and they're selling big. They're earning really good. Sundowns pays well. So with them signing, is it a matter of you want to sign? You always want to win the transfer window. I don't think there was a necessity that much for them to panic, in the sense of signing, because you already have enough players. Because when you sign, sometimes it suggests that you don't have enough. But I guess the one point they're looking at is the fact that maybe they're playing in a lot of competitions. They're trying to avoid injuries, a lack of form, and suspensions. But at the same time, game time for some of these players is way concerning for me. Thapelo Maseko, are they going to give him enough minutes for him to grow so he can represent us in the national team? That's a big question. But do leave your comments. I'm interested to know what you guys think about this transfer. And don't forget to if you like this content, please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment in the comment section. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Every week we'll be dropping such nice content. For myself, Walter, again, see you on the next episode. Thank you. Shap shap.